Hey there, guys. Welcome back to another episode of The Bent Note. Today, we are going to be talking about something that everyone in the pedal world is probably talking about right now. And that, of course, is the current state of Fulltone pedals, or should I say, them closing down in the future of the OCD pedal line and everything else from Mike Fuller. Now, if you're familiar with anything going on in the pedal world, you of course have heard the news that Mike Fuller is closing shop, and that means no more Fulltone pedals. Now, what does that mean for the future of things like the OCD and the other line of pedals that were pretty popular? Well, I'm going to dive into what my personal opinion going forward will happen with the line and ask ourselves, is it going to be the next Klon pedal in terms of it being an overpriced boutique? So, first things first. Along with the news going forward with Mike Fuller closing shop, we saw an immediate reaction from the secondhand market. The prices for the OCD have been jumping up left and right, going for double, almost triple what they were going for a month ago before the announcement. I'm on Reverb and I'm seeing them going for $200 to $300, even $500 for an OCD pedal. And you got to ask yourself, is this the next big collectible pedal because it's going to be out of print or out of production? What's going to be the future of this pedal? Is it should you hold on to it? Should you sell while like it's at a high point, or should you hold on to it in case it jumps up and becomes another Klon pedal? Well, first things first, ignoring the clickbait title of this video, outright, no, this is not the next Klon Centaur pedal. I genuinely do not foresee any of these pedals ever going for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. That's just no. I mean, you compare the amount in circulation versus like something like that. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of just OCD pedals on the market. You couldn't these were not rare pedals. You could walk into any Guitar Center, any Sam Ash, any Music Go Round, and they probably had an OCD lying around. It was not a rare pedal beforehand, therefore by no means is it ever going to be rare as a pedal. That being said, it is an exceptional pedal, and if you want one, I still recommend this pedal. I think this pedal is incredible. If you enjoyed the demo at the beginning, I use mine as a distortion pedal for leads. I think this is an incredibly versatile overdrive pedal. The high peak and low peak setting gives it massive amounts of dynamic ability. Like I said, I use mine with the gain cranked up, level cranked up, and it makes for a great distortion pedal for some amazing leads that I personally like going for. It's a very overdriven, heavy duty kind of distortion, but in low peak setting, it's more of a traditional transparent overdrive that I like to boost my, say, cleaner amps, or even just boost maybe something I want to do more genty heavy. Like it fits the bill for it. It does everything. It's an amazing pedal. But should you be paying overpriced for it? I don't think so. I think this is just a second-hand reaction to the thing. Scalpers are always looking for the next quick way to make a buck. So obviously, all of them buying up, it's driving a false, artificial inflation. I expect the prices to go back down. I certainly hope so. So my first prediction is that yes, they are going to be expensive for the next month or two going forward, and then as the news dies down and the popularity wanes, I do expect the prices to go back down to where you could pick one of these up. And of course, it depends on the model that you're looking for. Various versions are going to be more expensive. The older ones are going to be a little harder to find. But I think the prices will go down and you will be able to get a hold of one at a reasonable price. Do not go out and spend $500 on this just because you think it's a good investment. Second of all, there's also the talk of another company potentially picking up Mike Fuller's designs, patents, the brand name, etc., because that is well within his right. There is nothing confirmed yet, but he could potentially sell to somebody else. I mean, you could have JHS pick it up, which I don't think will happen, but you could have somebody like another company come in, buy up the product, and start producing these under a different brand. We've seen it before. You've seen it. It happens all the time, especially in the music industry. A brand goes defunct, gets bought out by another bigger company. Happens all the time. And I foresee the Fulltone brand having such strong name recognition. I don't foresee it going under for any particular reason anytime soon, or being forgotten to history, unless Mike Fuller decides not to sell and go down with a ship, kind of situation. That could be a possibility too. Mike Fuller is a very eccentric person, and I can see that happening. But he also seems like the type of guy that likes money, so we'll see how that goes. Another huge reason I don't see this becoming anywhere near the cosmic special entity that the Klon was in terms of just like popularity and infamy, is that while yes, this was probably the original, one of the first real mass-produced boutique style pedals, which is a weird oxymoron when you think about it, because this started off as a boutique pedal, which is a weird word, because like, what's boutique in the pedal world these days, right? But they're mass produced, and they're not they're very common. They're common enough, and it was made in a time where overdrive pedals are the thing. There are so many overdrive pedals that do this and then some, a little bit less, a little bit more, by a million different brands. I can't think of a better time to be looking for overdrive pedals if you can't find one of these at an affordable price. I have half a dozen overdrive pedals from different brands that I thoroughly enjoy. There's a million clones, there's a million copies, there's 1,001 better tube screamers, also worse tube screamers. This is an exceptional pedal, but to say that you wouldn't be able to find something that does this just as well, I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, personally, I'm on the firm belief that a cloned circuit is just as good as the original. But of course, I've never played an original Klon, so I don't know what that sounds versus the clones that I've played. But to my ears, they're 99% as close. But then again, I will never be, John Mayer, so I can never give that exact opinion. So take my word with a grain of salt. I just think there's enough copies in this world to where if you really want this sound, you don't have to pay $500, $400, $300 for this sound. There are things that can do this just as well. Maybe not exactly what you want in the same package, but close enough. All in all, I love the OCD. This is one of my favorite overdrive pedals. I adore this thing. I play this more than my Ibanez, my Ibanez TS9s, my SD1. I play it more than my Earthquaker Plumes, which for the longest time was my favorite tube screamer. But this takes the cake because of how dynamic of a pedal it is. It is just not worth the inflated price that it's currently at. So if you can find one for close to what they were before the news, grab it. They're great pedals. If you can't find one for an affordable price right now, don't worry, you're gonna be able to find one again for a decent price. Just sit tight, don't give in to the FOMO, and just use a different overdrive pedal until then, okay? It's gonna be okay. Don't worry, you're gonna have overdrive pedals. So in the meantime, rock out with what you got. Well, until then, though, I'm gonna enjoy my OCD, and I hope this video was a little helpful. I know everyone's talking about it. I don't really have anything much to add to the conversation, But I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in and help reassure people that don't worry. You're gonna be able to get one. They're not going away. Don't worry. They're going out of business. Doesn't mean you won't be able to find one. This has been the Bet Note. I've been your host, Maddie. If you enjoy what you saw, please feel free to subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button or the dislike button. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, and let me know some gear you want me to check out. I will have more demos, reviews, and music gear related news coming your way. I'm gonna try to be posting more consistently every week, but until then, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I will see y'all later.